What's happening, guys? Sam Adams here, and we have some pretty significant news if you are a fan of consoles, specifically the PlayStation 4, because apparently there has been a PlayStation 4 Slim leak within the past 24 hours on NeoGAF that looks to be pretty legitimate as far as leaks go. So I thought we would sit down and look at all these leaked pictures together and kind of analyze this new console that is supposedly going to be announced at PlayStation's conference that they called on September the 7th, and it is supposedly going to be released on September the 14th, 1 week from the conference, which seems to be pretty reasonable. Kind of an Apple-style event, if you will. That's kind of new for Sony, and I like that kind of look on them. But this first picture, you see the comparison between the PlayStation 4 Slim and the regular model of the PlayStation 4, and to be honest, there isn't that much of a difference. It has that same kind of slanted design, although instead of having a hard drive enclosure below the hood, like the standard PlayStation 4 model does have, it appears that there is some kind of slot on the side that very well might be where the PlayStation 4 Slim model has its hard drive enclosure, and then you have that same look from a different angle. Now, this is the one that I love the most. This is the shot that I chose for the thumbnail because I do appreciate this one more than the others. Because it does show off some of the specific hardware changes that the PlayStation 4 Slim is going to include. Now the two USB ports appear to be a little bit further apart from each other, and then in addition to that, instead of having your touch sensor bars that the PlayStation 4 has become famous for, you have the physical buttons. Now this is a pretty big throwback to the PlayStation 3 Slim console design whenever it went from the original fat PS3, the 80GB, 60GB, 40GB, and I believe even 20GB models, if I remember correctly, of that console. It went from the touch to the physical buttons, and it looks like this is doing the exact same kind of thing, which is a welcome change, I would say. Now, this is the third picture that we have here. Technically the fourth, actually, and this is a full unboxed version of the console, what you're going to be getting in the box. You have your power supply, you have that crappy mic that you would plug into your DualShock 4 to communicate online, you have your HDMI cord, you have your USB cord to plug in to your DualShock 4 to charge it, and then of course your DualShock 4 controller. All in all, pretty, simple standard stuff that you have here. Now, I love the bottom of this console. As you can see, you also have your power supply ports, your Ethernet, your HDMI, and the plug for the PlayStation camera. But I love the fact that they took the triangle, circle, square, and X and made it so that the console doesn't slide. That's a very nice aesthetic feature, and I like to see that kind of stuff hanging around. Now, right here, you have a side-by-side comparison in a setup, your standard I suppose your living room setup that your standard gamer might have, and you have the side-by-side of the PS4 Slim and the PS4, and as you can see, there still isn't that much of a difference, but I do love the way it has a nice sleek look to it. It looks very, it looks like the next generation of consoles, so to speak. And then right here, you have the PlayStation 4 console in the box, and then we have a look at the back of the box itself, which does feature some of this fall and next year's upcoming titles, including Uncharted 4, which came out in March, Gran Turismo 6, it does appear, or Gran Turismo Sport, excuse me, but it is considered Gran Turismo 6 by many, Lego Star Wars, and then Horizon Zero Dawn, in addition to some PlayStation View stuff, Netflix, all of that good stuff, PlayStation VR, in fact, and that is all kind of featured there on the back of the box. And then we have a view of the top of the box, which does kind of give a rundown of everything that I did whenever they laid it all out on the rug there for us to see. Now, there are a lot of people that are saying this is photoshopped, this is fake, this is not what the next PlayStation 4 is going to look like, and I have to say that I don't agree with that. I think this is actually what the PlayStation 4 Slim is going to look like, and I think that it's just going to be called the PlayStation 4, simply the same way that the PlayStation 3 generation handled making new iterations of the console to enhance the design and to potentially enhance a couple of features here and there, although we don't know exactly what the internal specs of this new version of the console are going to contain, other than the 500GB model that we see here in the pictures. Now, as far as the legitimacy of this, the only confirmation we have is a screenshot of a text chat between potentially whoever leaked this information and whoever received the leak, which does feature a couple of the pictures I shared with you guys. In addition to thanks for the pictures, not sure if you know this, but what's the retail price going to be and when is it releasing? And the source of the leak said, "Not got a clue, mate. They're going to announce the details on the 7th of September, then releasing it on the 14th, and that's pretty much all we know right now." Now, personally, I hope this is all true, because this is exactly what PlayStation needs to announce on September the 7th, and this is literally going to be direct competition with the Xbox One S. Now, we don't know if it has 4K support. The only thing, like I said, that we know is that it has a 500GB hard drive, and presumably there are going to be different iterations of the console with different sizes of hard drives. But I like the idea of there being a PlayStation 4 Slim to compete with the Xbox One S or the Xbox One Slim that was released a couple of weeks ago. We've had the standard Xbox One versus PlayStation 4. Now we need the Xbox One S versus the PlayStation 4 Slim, and then the Project Scorpio and the PlayStation Neo can compete next year. Now, is all of this just speculation? Am I just spouting off things that may very well not be true? Yes, exactly. However, this is the beginning of something big, and expect a big announcement coming on September the 7th from PlayStation at their conference, which I will be covering here on the channel. So there you guys have it. I hope you have enjoyed this PlayStation news. If you did, drop me a like down below. Let me know if you think this is legitimate or if it is fake. And of course, check out some of my other content that I do upload a couple of days a week, so there's always something new right here on the channel when you drop by to watch some videos. But as for right now, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.